For more on the Washington state outbreak, Los Angeles Times Seattle bureau chief Richard Reed joins us now. What's the latest there? Any new cases that are reported?
Yes, today there are two more people, men in their 60s, who are in critical condition here after contracting the virus.
And is this related to the facility, the long-term care facility that we were talking about or interested in yesterday?
I don't believe it is, and that's part of what's concerning officials. We haven't gotten a lot of details about these two men, but the person who died, a man in his 50s, had underlying health conditions, and he was apparently not connected to this nursing facility where they're having an outbreak.
So how do we, if it's not somebody that is connected to that facility, does that mean that he got it from somebody else, somewhere else?
The strange thing about him, it's a mystery so far. They know that he wasn't traveling, and there's no known contact that he had with a coronavirus patient. So that's what's concerning the authorities. He ended up dying at a hospital in Kirkland, which is the same hospital that one of the nursing home patients was sent to, and apparently they had never crossed paths before.
Are the people in that nursing home being tested, or what were the results if they were so concerned about that spot?
Yes, there are about 50 residents and staff there who have respiratory symptoms. And so the CDC has sent in a team of 10 to investigate and to take over the organizing the testing. Uh, for some reason, they're not testing them at the facility. So, from what we're told, they have to bring them out to a local hospital for tests and then back there again.
Now, you went there earlier today. What was the scene like?
I spoke to some of the neighbors. They're anxious, as you might expect, and they're trying to take precautions. They've, disinfected their own homes. A couple of them were heading out to a grocery store to get supplies in case they're told to stay inside. Um, so it's a developing situation around that neighborhood.
Are there a lot of people in the Seattle area that are heading to grocery stores and trying to stock up now?
Yes, I would say there are. I mean, when you walk around the downtown here, you don't see people in masks, or it looks pretty much the same. But if you go to Costco, there are lines out front of the store, people running in to get things. Some of the grocery store aisles, the aisles with the water or the medical supplies, are getting very bare.
And finally, I want to ask also about that teenager. How did he get it?
The high school student, again, that's a mystery. He got tested when he had respiratory symptoms, and he was waiting for the test results and was feeling better. So on Friday, he went to school briefly, and then Friday night, it came back positive. And so now that school is being disinfected. It'll be closed on Monday, the same with another school in Oregon.
Richard Reed, the Seattle bureau chief of the LA Times, joining us via Skype tonight. Thanks so much.
Happy to do it.